All right, looks good here. I'm just gonna minimize this here. One moment. I remember what I have to do. I always forget this. I have to mute this right here. All right, I'm just doing this quick live just to show you why everybody has no energy. Like, I can't even do anything. I mean, I'm getting little items done and such, but everybody's so slow. And it all has to do with the astrology. My mic is on, I can see that. And I'm sharing screen because it is coming up on YouTube Live as well. So now, since that's all good, I'm gonna minimize this here and focus on this. Okay, looks good. I tried recording in stereo sound, so I tested it and it came out a bit loud, so you might have to lower your volume. Maybe I'll talk a little lower, but all right, so this is what we have here. Basically, I shrink the screen down, but I go to AstroSeek, horoscope.astro-seek.com. I've been using this, for a while. I'm used to it. So let's look at today's chart here, and we're gonna go, we're gonna see what we have to look forward to in this month of October. It gets better because right now, as you can see here, we got Mercury retrograde. This R stands for retrograde. This numbers here stand for which house it's in. You see first house, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 12. And it's like a little bit of an astrology. It took me a long time to even start even understanding this stuff, knowing all the symbols, for example. Here, I'll tell you right now. Let me start off with Aries, right? Because it goes this way, but when Santos Bonacci does it, he does it this way. Aries, Taurus, because this is like the rising of the sun in spring. So, but technically, that the constellation of Aries, Taurus. See, this is Aries. That looks like a ram. This is Taurus. Looks like a bull. This is Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, then Pisces, and then that's it. So now, and then the planets, just so you know them, I know them by heart, but I'll tell you, this is Sun, and they're listed here. This is the symbol for Sun. Tells you right now it is 4 p.m. Okay, let me go to the right time because this is not the right time. Oh, I started doing this. I bookmarked it, so that's why. So let me just see here. Oh, I guess it's at 12, so it's 4 hours. Let me go out. Let me go an hour to the time where the sun is exactly right now. 1600 military time. Yep, that's where the sun is right now. And then, so basically, sun was just at noon right here. Oh, look at that. Sun. If we didn't have sun, look, sun is very close to conjunct Mars. This is why, I'm so furious. But I like that energy. It's just that for what? I don't know if anybody else is feeling this, but that's the only forward-moving major planet. Actually, Venus is forward-moving too. Now what I'm going to do is just go by day here. So Venus is moving, so that maintains out. That's Mercury. Okay, wait. Yeah, with Venus, that when it's not R means retrograde here. So Venus is forward moving, and Mars is forward moving. So this is going to be your fire, your drive, your motivation, which we do not lack right now. We do have the motivation, but because the other planets are in retrograde, it's kind of like we don't know where to apply our energy, or nothing's cooperating. That's only what I'm sensing, but I can tell my phone's not ringing for work, for my old job, my roofing company. So the Venus energy is the loving energy. This loving energy is forward moving. It's in Scorpio already. Just so you know, Mercury and Venus never go. Mercury, I should do this right now. Mercury, just like a little bit of a lesson. Mercury maintains distance from the sun. It's like 30 degrees. It's oval-shaped Mercury as close as 29 million. As far as this is freaking bullshit. I want to say how many degrees This is from what I know right now, and I'm almost sure I'm right, because I can't get that, because this is all telling you this 40 days, which is bullshit. These luminaries are very close to us. And so now Mercury never goes more than 30 degrees. So if the sun was right here, Mercury is either before it or behind it in retrograde. So Mercury is in a retrograde. It could be forward, ahead of it, but then retrogrades. See, it's R, the little R right there. So this is your little Mercury here, but it never goes further than, let's say, if the sun is at 7 degrees Libra, it would never go more than 7 degrees or so in Scorpio, or 7 degrees in Virgo, right? Whereas Venus, which is, we call it the morning star and the evening star. Right now, it's the evening star. So when the sun sets at this line right here, sunset, we see that beautiful Venus. Oh my God, what a beautiful energy. And then after, you know, when it's like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock, then Jupiter noon. See, Jupiter's right here. When Jupiter goes at noon, oh my God, that's such a beautiful, and I'm a Sagittarius, but Jupiter is basically my ruling planet. Meaning that Jupiter is in its house when I was born. So Jupiter was in Sagittarius. Not everybody has that. The only people that have that are guaranteed that they have one is Leos, because you have to have Sun in Leo. If you're a Leo, you have one planet at least in its ruling house, which is Leo right here. For example, what's his name? What's that guy's name? The actor, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has 3 planets in their respective houses. And see, for a Leo, it's kind of easy because Mercury, if Mercury is in Virgo, then Mercury is in his ruling house. So Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini right here. You know, it rules these 2 houses. It's the sun and the moon. Let me do something. I'll show you here. Watch. Let me go by hour, and then I'll start back on this, because this is all important. Watch this. I'll show you the way it should be with Leo and Cancer right at noon. Okay, right here. So we got Aries, right? Then we got your Taurus, and then we got Gemini, and then we got Cancer, we got Leo, we got Virgo, we got Libra, we got Scorpio, we got Sagittarius. Okay, watch this. Sun and the moon. Sun, moon, right? See, these are the biggest 2 luminaries. Then Mercury rules these 2 houses. Let me just go a little bit more. It went too much. No, it went the other way. I wanted them to line up a little. Up too much. I just wanted these to line up perfect. Give me 1 second. Hour, 10 minutes. Perfect. Look at that. Okay. So now we got your sun, you got your moon. Then Mercury rules these 2 houses. And then Libra is ruled by Venus. This is all by design, because if this is the middle, you know, Venus never sways more than 40 degrees to my knowledge. You know, so Venus rules Libra, Venus rules Taurus. We know that. My father was a Taurus. He had that beautiful Venusian loving energy. And then you got your Libras that have that too. Then we know that Scorpio, right? Aries rules Mars. This is so symmetric. So Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, right? But Scorpio also, I believe, is ruled by Pluto, if I'm not mistaken. So that now Jupiter and Pisces have something different. Jupiter it rules Sagittarius. It also rules Pisces secondarily, because Neptune, look at that. Neptune, we already know, is in Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces, so that's why, you know, we're dreaming big right now. That's actually why we're even doing this channel, is because Neptune is in Pisces. This is the big dreamer right here. Together with Jupiter, you know, when Jupiter is in Sagittarius, when Jupiter is happy, right now it's not super happy, and then plus it's retrograde. When Jupiter is happy, it's the higher knowledge coming from the center of the galaxy, if the galaxy exists. But it's just a way to translate that concepts and terminologies, you know, if you believe that there is a solar system or, you know, whatever your beliefs are. But there's definitely something out there and it's magnificent. It's just, you know, that's why I can't wait till I get on the open seas on my yacht and I'll be cruising the Atlantic and you don't have to worry about the chemtrails anymore. They don't spray in the ocean. So you see billions and billions of stars. Then I could start stargazing. Then I could start, you know, learning how to navigate. I want to navigate. I want to have the North Star right under me. This way, that I would probably be like where Atlantis is, down by the Antarctic, is from what my knowledge is now. You know, what I know today is not what I'm going to know in a year from now. So right now, I'm ignorant to the knowledge that I'm going to have and receive in, you know, a year from now, 10 years from now. Let me just check this YouTube here quick. Okay, that looks good because I minimized that page on a different screen, so I don't see myself. Okay, so now where was I? And then we get down here where Saturn rules. So Saturn rules Capricorn over here, and it happens to be right at the winter, because this is hell. You know, this is when it's the coldest. This is the, Christmas Day is right here, you know, right when we go through our hell right here from Capricorn to Aquarius. And so it's the 3 days of darkness is from the 21st when it goes into Capricorn, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and then 25th. It's pretty much, they call it a new, the Christ is born. It's because for 3 days it's the lowest amount of sunlight in the northern hemisphere. It's guaranteed for sure. Just like the exact opposite, which is June 21st, which is up here. June 21st, right when we go into Cancer, right? It's the day when there's the most amount of sunlight in the northern hemisphere. So it's December 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It goes, there's no difference for those 3 days. So it's kind of in limbo. And then over here, same thing for 3 days. It's like in New York, it's about 10 hours. Like it gets dark, like even the twilight, it goes into like 10 o'clock, especially if there's no chemtrails. Okay. When is this? Oh, this is today. The moon is in opposition to Pluto. See, that's another thing. The moon is in opposition. Oh, the moon is in Cancer right now. Am I right? September 30th. Okay, yeah, the moon is in Cancer, so it's fertility. But with everything all retrograde, you can't even think about like having sex. But usually, when the moon goes into when, and I'm gonna do a whole, not a series, but I'm gonna do more of these. I'm gonna do these if I can. Also, I'm gonna show. Let's see, because I've been wanting to know. HelioViewer.org. Because we'll let that load for a bit. Oh, look at that, nice sunspot. Nice sunspot. That's what's giving us that, because there is an energy. It's just because everything else is, if there was no sunspots, we would be like super dull. We wouldn't have, but there's a nice sunspot right there. And then we got two right here. This one is the energy. You see, when you have it here, what you have to consider is when you see a sunspot on the side right there, you have to know that this is hitting you in the morning, right? This is going to be hitting you at about 1, 2 o'clock because it's on the left side, because this sun is always facing us just the way it's actually not. It's not facing us like this. It rotates. This is my theory. I've been studying this for a while. So you see that energy we're getting in the morning, so clear, and everybody, it's such a beautiful energy these past few days. It's because of this sunspot. So now, when this comes and faces us, it's like around 1 o'clock, because this goes and it rotates, I believe, around the globe, the planet, the flat planet, not the globe. I have to start getting that out of my mind, but anyway. And then this is going to hit us. And then also, this is a tether point. This is going to be the tether point with Venus. Let's see what this is. Sun, the moon. What's causing this is because the moon is on the right side of the sun. So when the moon is on the right side of the sun, it tugs. and it creates, they don't show it here, but you would see like a plasma thing, you know, like almost in these video games or in these movies. This is being caused directly by the sun. This, I don't know. No, it's being caused by Mars. This is being caused by Mars, and then this is being caused by Venus. See, let me go this way. Or Mercury and Venus. So sun, oops. Such a delay because of this Zoom. Okay, sun. See these two suns, these are the solar activity, it's a tether point, right? So now in the summertime, I wanted to overlay this map on, I'm gonna do it in the video. I'm gonna overlay this map on to a map of the Earth. Let me see if I can do that now. I already did this. Open image in a new tab. Okay. And then let me take this over here, and then map. What is that? Flat Earth map. Images. I don't like this. I wanted that other map that I saw in that video. But anyway, it's good enough. Open image in a new tab. Okay, let me see if I can enlarge this. Okay, watch this. This is a juicy. So now we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. When you're in this area here, you know, from like Florida up here, the sun is all the way, it's halfway. So it's at Columbia. The sun is going right over here. Because the weird thing about Columbia, which is right here, now when we're over here, the sun only comes from the south to the north. It only gets to Florida. That's the Tropic of Cancer. So we only see the sun going from very low in December, and it just starts rising every day, and then it comes right to a straight. In Colombia and Brazil, it's completely different. Over here, it goes one direction, then it loops over them, and it goes in the other direction. So on September 21st, the sun is right above them, just like it is in New York on June 21st. So now when it's going into Capricorn, in the what's it called again? The Tropic of Capricorn, which is down here, right? The sun goes from up straight above them at their head to the other side. It's the weirdest thing, if you could imagine it in your mind. And then when it gets to here, right? When it gets to this Tropic of Capricorn, all these people that are down in these areas, they get all of these energies right here, because those tether points go right over their head. And then us up here, we're so far from those trines and those squares, that we only get a little bit of it. Because another thing with the sun is the sun goes upward, like, you know, upward like this. So when it goes down there, it goes lower. So the sun gets bigger in their view, and then it gets hot. So you really want to be down in Brazil, like Rio de Janeiro, in like December and stuff. So, I mean, that's my plan. Colombia is nice and hot, yes, but if you go down here, you get that sun, you could bake it, you get all that energy, you get all the energy from all these trines and these squares here, because they cross right above you, the tether point. You're getting all of that plasma from this, you see, but not here, not when you're over here, because you're so far away from it. Now in the summertime, that's a different story. Those trines, they cross us. They cross us because the sun comes all the way up to Florida. This is Florida, you know. This is Florida. This is the Gulf of. This is the Caribbean here. This is Florida. You know, that's where, like, I believe that's where the Tropic of. It's in Mexico, like Tropic of Cancer is right over here. So then we get a little bit of that energy. All right, so that's it. I was as clear as I could be. So now we're going to go daily. By day. And we're going to see, because we got some good news. These planets are going to be going out of retrograde and going forward. And we're going to do some investigating here. Okay. September 30th, you looked at, oh, it's already October 3rd. October 2nd, I should say. Okay, so still just keep your eye on these right here. All right, so yesterday, the day before, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna make notes when one of them. Okay, look, Pluto just went stationary right here. Let me write this down. Pluto on October 7th. It goes stationary and it goes out of retrograde. So here we go. That's October 7th. There it goes. Pluto just went out of retrograde and it's in Cancer. Capricorn. Next. Keep your eye on these R's because they go one by one. All right, Saturn. Saturn on October 11th. Saturn on October 11th. Okay. All right. Look at that. No energies, no trines, no squares. Those are really very important. So it's going to be kind of dull. October 11th, right? Let me just see. Dull, no major, nothing. I mean, oh, that's a pretty nice conjunction. Oh no, actually, I'm wrong. Look at this. Sun and Mars is going to be conjunct. I'm going to go over that. We're going to go over this, but this is important. When is this? This week. Oh, this is going to be intense energy. This is going to be intense energy from 10 o'clock all day. This is going to be intense energy right there because we got pretty much almost conjunct. So you know, you're going to see, you could see nice sunspot, big sunspot over here. It's basically going to give us beautiful energy. That is going to be the 6th. Let me see. Okay. So that means October 5th, 2nd, calendar, please. 5th, today's Saturday. Okay, that's going to be a beautiful energy. And it'll probably start by Tuesday, Wednesday, and I should say Monday. This is the 5th. Okay, this energy is going to be beautiful. So definitely Tuesday is going to be beautiful because it's the new moon, basically. New moon conjunct sun. But you got Mars. Look at that. Sun at 12, Mars at 13. So we got this fiery energy. Yes, we're driven to do a lot of things, but because everything else is retrograde, you know, it's kind of like, it's like we don't even know which way to go, like a chicken without a head type of thing, right? So, but we did have that good news that Saturn went, oh, that was on the 11th. Okay, so Saturn's going to go out of retrograde, and which Pluto already went is going to be going out of retrograde the next day too. So this is good. Let's see how else. Well, let's do let's keep an eye on it while we, okay, so Pluto went stationary here. We went through that. We went to the 11th. I went back a bit. So Sun is going to maintain conjunct and with Mercury too. So our minds are going to be clear, you know. Well, we're still retrograde, but it's going to be a lot of mental, you know, Mars energy, and it's in Libra. This is, I mean, it's good for us to get this. I just can't seem to, I'm getting stuff done. I'm just like not like, you know, how I was in the summertime. I was like, boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see what we got here. 10th, 11th, Saturn goes stationary, and then it gets out of retrograde. Okay, that's a nice energy here. This is going to be Eve. Let me see here. Would it be evening? Let me think. It's definitely going to be evening. So this is going to make our evenings on the 12th. On the 12th, when this goes down, we're going to see the sun. The sunsets are going to be amazing on this day. But the energies in the morning, when they be dead, we're going to be like, bleh. As soon as the sun gets back like 4 o'clock or so, we're going to light up. And where's the moon? The moon is already here. So see, this is important. These are the days. On these days, it's when the moon, everybody, like if you go to the gym, there's certain days where you go in the morning, oh my God, it's lit. There's 200 people in the gym. It's like a 300 person capacity. And you're like, what's going on here? You know? And then if you, on that same day, if you go in the evening, it's dead, completely dead. And then it's the exact opposite. It's all because of the moon. I'll show you right now. I'm going to go by hour. Boom, boom, boom. See, because at sunset, right? At sunset, the moon is right above us. So we get all that energy. That we get all that energy, and then it's going to be a good, this is like, this new moon, when the moon was here, but these evenings are going to be good. Plus, well, the moon was going to be conjunct Venus probably 2 days earlier. So the 10th, 9th, and 10th are going to be nice because the moon's going to conjunct Venus. That's going to be, maybe we'll get like happy again. And then it goes to Saturn. That's a little heavy. And as soon as it shoots into Jupiter, when the moon goes conjunct Jupiter, that's going to be great. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that, see when that happens. All right, let me go back by day. Next, the 12th. Okay, Saturn. Yep. Oh, yeah, we remember because of the 11th. So Saturn goes out of retrograde on the 13th. But so I wrote that down. Let's see what else. Let's see where that moon is. Oh, the moon was over here. So around like the 14th, the moon was conjunct Jupiter. That's going to be a good energy on that day. If you want to plan your days, I'm going to check the astrology. I'm going to go, all right, Thursday, I'm going to go here because, it's in my favor based on my natal chart. It's like, when my moon is right on Jupiter, I'm a Jupiterian. So, but not, if you're a Capricornian, you're going to rule when the moon is on top of or right before getting on top of Saturn here. If you're like a Capricornian, you have some strong dominant Saturn energy in your chart, or a lot of Earth. I'm fire. I'm a lot of fire. I have 5 planets in Sagittarius. All right, next, and then that's it. I'm gonna just wrap it up right here. We'll look. Okay, look at that. Two just went stationary. Mercury and Jupiter. Oh, this is gonna be great. Look, 18th. Whew. So it's going to be going into Scorpio season because in 3 days, on the 21st, it goes into Scorpio. But look, 2 planets right here, they were retrograde on the 17th, 18th, they go out of retrograde, they go stationary, and then, oh, thank God. So by the 21st, thank God. So this is going to be a really, really powerful energy. Let's see what else we could see. Sun is, Sun and Mars is going to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even tell if this is a trine or a square. Sun at 27, Saturn at 6. It's not, but it's Mars. Let's see what Mars is. 23. It's somewhat of a 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's a trine. Well, 1, 2, 3 is a square. Yeah, it's a square. It's somewhat of a square with Saturn, Sun, and then as Sun goes, yeah. So it must have just been, that must have been last week or 2 weeks before, where the Sun was squaring Jupiter. Or is that coming up? Oh, that's coming up. Yeah, of course, it's coming up. That's going to be nice for me, definitely. Plus, we're going into Scorpio season. I'm king for a day. I'm king for a day in Scorpio, and when the Sun goes into Scorpio and Sagittarius, I'm king until Christmas, and then even a couple of days, the twilight into like the New Year, and then it's hard for me. I do not like the cold. So this is definitely, look at this, the 20th. This is going to be something to look forward to, and there's not too many more changes. But so I'm just gonna go day by day, quick as possible, and see if there's any change. See what I can see. No changes. No changes. I'm not gonna even look at the chart to see. All right, now let me go by week now. By week, we're already into November 3rd. November 17th. Neptune, baby. Neptune just went. Did you see that? Look at that. Now, you see, we got Neptune down here. Is retrograde on the 24th of November, and that's going to be positive. It's opening up to be a nice, the heaviness that I was mentioning was what we're going through right now for the next 2 weeks. That's it. Once this is done, it's gonna pick up. It's gonna pick up, baby. It's gonna pick up. Nice. We'll get this pack done, and we'll have our where my money appointment. Like, yo, where my money? Oh, hi, United States Treasury. Yeah, I'd like to make an appointment. Where my money? A little comedy relief or comic relief. All right, so Neptune, look at this, baby. November 24th, December 1st. That's it. Let me get the exact day. Oops. That's it. December 3rd. December 2nd. So December 2nd, Neptune finally goes out of, on December 3rd, it goes out of retrograde right there. That's going to be phenomenal. Oh, thank you. Thank you, God. Now I'm going to go by week again. Okay, something just went out, and then Venus went in. So Chiron, these planets are important. I have to do more research and stuff on these, but I'm not even looking at the chart to see what because all the conjunctions and the moon cycles, I'm going to do a lot of videos on this. This is very important to know, at least to open your mind. Here, look, moon, I believe this is Lilith. Yeah. North node, it doesn't show it. I always get these mixed up, north and south nodes. They don't even show them here. Oh, no, here it is. Yeah, I believe that's the north node. North node, this is Uranus. Let me see if I know them by heart, right? Uranus, Chiron, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Pluto. What is this? Fortune. This is Mercury, Sun, Mars, South Node, VX. What's VX? Vertex. And that's it. And these I already showed you that I know. So right here on December 18th, right before Christmas, Venus is going to go into retrograde, but I'm going by the week. So Venus goes into retrograde. It's going to stay retrograde for a while. Mercury is going to go retrograde again by the new year on like January 22nd. All right. I want to see when Jupiter. Oh, look, I want to know when Jupiter went into Pisces. This is going to be in the fall. That's great. Jupiter loves it here. Jupiter loves it here. I want to find out when that happened because that affects me a lot. It's going to fly. That thing was flying through Neptune. Did you see that? I should flying through Pisces. When that comes in conjunct, it's going to be after the new year. Oh, man, we are really going to get all this paperwork back. I don't know if I'm going. I probably have to go down to take all my paperwork and go down to Florida instead of Brazil so I can keep working because this is going to be too positive of an energy. But if I really need some sun, though. So Jupiter on right around Christmas. Oh, thank God. So right around Christmas, Jupiter gets back into Pisces because it retrograde. It was already in Pisces, like almost halfway in. It retrograded. Now it's going forward. It was flying. It's going to fly past Pisces. Let's see this thing. 1 week, 2 weeks, January 1st, January 8th, 15th, 22nd. Because it's supposed to take 1 year to get into past one sign, but it's going much faster than that. So Jupiter is going to be, the justice energy is going to be sweeping right through. Then it's going to come conjunct Neptune. Let's see if they're going to be forward moving. Neptune is already forward moving here. All right, look at this. He's blasting through. Blasting, baby. Blasting, baby. Yes, baby. Throw this light on. And then the sun comes conjunct. Oh, that's going to be such a beautiful energy. We're going to have a great late January and February. This energy is going to be amazing. Oh, my God. This energy is going to be amazing right here. they're almost conjunct, because when the sun's going to be, it's going to magnify Jupiter's energy. It's going to be like blue, 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 magnifying it. And then when it passes Neptune too, I mean, we'll be in like justice dreamland. This is when we're going to be watching all the movies of like liberation and, like in war with like freedom at the end, with a good ending. That's the energy, and then that's what we're going to want to watch, because this is going to be wintertime. Wintertime, you just follow what the energies are, unless you're calcified. If you're calcified, you're gonna watch what they program you to watch on Netflix, and I don't watch anything that has commercials. I don't watch. The commercials are programming. On my YouTube, I even pay, so I don't get any commercials. I pay $17.99. It's like a family plan. All right, so now this is going to be a beautiful energy. Oh, that's going into March already. See, that's already good. So the middle part of January to all the way through February is going to be great based on this. For me, at least, unless you have a weak Jupiter, but generally speaking, it does affect the collective, but it also affects you, based on your natal chart. And I could do if anybody's interested, I can do their natal chart, tell them a lot about themselves. I haven't, I do it, but I never charge. But now my time is very precious. So if you're interested, hit me up. You can cash at me, and then I can do that. Let's see here, March 12th. You see that here. So Sun passes Neptune, and then I want to see when Jupiter is going to be going into. Look at that. When Jupiter goes into Aries, I think I saw it was like May, June. That's it. I knew next year was going to be an amazing year. So Jupiter is going into Aries. There's going to be a lot of this like the I don't want to say BLM, but a lot of those city protests and stuff, and they're going to start early because let's see what else is going on. Venus, where is Mars? Oh, that is Mars. If Mars and Jupiter go, let's see when Mars and Jupiter go into Aries. Because when Jupiter goes into Aries, it's going to get pumped. It's going to get pumped because it loves Aries, fire, fire. Mars is right behind Jupiter. Wow, this is going to be like terrorism. Oh, this is going to be a lot. This summer is going to be bigger than last. You know how we had all those protests, France and everything? This is going to be big. Look at this, Mars and Jupiter in Aries. And then look, Mars in Aries. Look at this, Mars, June. Look, Mars, Jupiter in Aries. This is intense. And then this is like the next 2 years are going to be, well, let's see. Let me go and see when Jupiter. So this area, June and July, May, June and July with Mars in Aries is going to be intense. With Jupiter there, is going to be intense. Plus, Saturn is in Aquarius. It loves it in Capricorn and Aquarius. So it's going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight of the battle of rules and regulations and freedom and liberation. Liberation. So rules, regulate. It's going to be crackdowns, police, and then over here it's going to be freedom fighters. Venus is in Gemini. Well, and then plus Venus is going to be in Taurus if we go back. So there's going to be like a hint of flower. What's that big festival they had? Woodstock. It's going to be a bit of like a Woodstock type energy. You're going to have, people that are nonviolent going to be having, I already saw this in visions. And then Venus, is going to go into Cancer. And then Leo, it's going to be like a summer of kind of war and love. Like there's going to be like there's a big divide. There's going to be the people that are going to take the vaccines. There's going to be people that are not, which are these two, Jupiter and Saturn. And then there's going to be people that don't even give a shit about any of this. They just want to have that summer of love, like, like Woodstock. And I already know because I'm already working on it. I'm going to have something. I'm not going to say the name of it because, if I say it, then it gets taken and then people start using it. And it's like, but I'm already planning on making a big festival where I am. We're going to secure some land and then it's going to be a big, big festival. all secured, private, private security, and people they're gonna be checked, when they come in. We just want to have a good time, have a podium, like have concerts and stuff again. We're not allowed to have concerts here in New York. Yeah. Then try and stop us. Try and stop us, because I'll go and buy 2 speakers and just play music. I'm going to redevelop a beach in my local area. As soon as I get some funds, then I'm going to open up a dredging company that makes beaches, because I have a big beach I want to develop down in Colombia, and then also over here in the summers. Maybe the ship would come up here if it's not impractical. But then I'll buy another one up here, for the East Coast, so we can have your like little tribal lands. You want to have your if you're going to start going and search for properties, it does not matter if it's in a flood zone, because you could build up flood zones, no problem. You could raise it up 6 feet, because we'll take we'll mine it. You're unlimited. You're unlimited. You're going to mine stuff. You want to have something near the water, so you can park your yacht there. You'll have a dock. We'll dredge it so it's deep, and then we'll put stones in it so it won't go lower. And then you're gonna have your yacht come right up there, and then down the line we're gonna have yachts that you're gonna be able to drive your vehicles in. So this way you can, or maybe we could crane them in, into the storage area of your yacht. I'm talking about big vessels. So this way you could take them down. You could take them down to wherever you want. Take them down to a Caribbean island. You can't do that, or by aircraft, or by aircraft. Okay, let's stick to this here now. So that's interesting right here, July 9th. Let me just check the YouTube quick. Okay, all right, so this is interesting, and that looks like it's going good. So it'll be recorded, you can watch it. Not too many people on it live. It's a Saturday afternoon, July 9th. Let's see what else happens. Let's see what's going to happen. Let me zoom through. Let me go into July and August here. There's the sun. So when the sun is in Leo, we're going to have Venus. So the summer, it looks like we're going to have Venus continue to be in front of the sun, which for us means that we're going to have that Venetian energy throughout the entire 2021. It's not going to be the morning star. Oh, it is going to be the morning star. I mixed these two up a lot. So look, let me go back. You could imagine when the sun rises, Venus turned into the morning star. Before it was over here, this fall. So now it's going to be the morning star. So we're going to have this is important. Let me go by month. Let me see when that happens. I'm going back June, May. So Venus, yeah, let me do this. Let me do a couple 12 hours for a second. Okay, see, when the sun is rising, Venus is gonna Venus and Saturn and Jupiter are gonna be, this is in April. They're gonna be, so that means the pre-dawn, this is what you're gonna, at 4 o'clock in the morning, you see 5 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna be dreaming, like, you're gonna have those, well, it's not at noon, but it's gonna reflect the energy from the sun. And look at this. So we're gonna have more, it's gonna be morning season. We're going to get a lot of stuff done in the morning in March, April. That's good because I'm a morning person. So March, April, we're going to have a lot of energy in the mornings. See, because in the evenings, all we have is Uranus over here and nothing. See, now I'm going to go by month. Watch. May. See, beautiful morning energy. Beautiful morning energy here. Venus, Jupiter, Neptune is gonna be greeting us in the morning. Amazing. That's when I get the most work done anyway. It's gonna be amazing energy. Beautiful months coming up. We just have to get through this little hump. That's it. We have to get through this little hump, And I think I'm gonna stop it there. I already found out when Jupiter went into Aries, you know, and we found that out together. I can't even remember when it was. It was March, I think. Yeah, September. The Aries, that's Taurus, Gemini. That's 2022. And we went over the Helio chart. We checked this daily. And each timeline, let me see here. Let me see a progression, how this went. All right. All right. So I hope this was interesting and helpful. And if you're, you know, not a subscriber, if you'd like, you know, subscribe, like, hit the notifications, share, do what you do. Oh, look, more planets go retrograde. I didn't even check for that. This is September 22. Let me see here. So a lot of planets starting June, July start going retrograde. Look at that. Yep, May. So planets start going retrograde, but this spring is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be great. No planets retrograde. Plus, we're going to have all this beautiful morning energy. So I'll probably just skip town for a month, you know, from like Christmas to like January, just to get some sun to get me through in. And I hope I can get like a private jet flight, because I do not want to fly coach. So we got to get cracking so we can do some of these 1099s and pay up a whole year of flights with a jet company. This way you can take your family on vacation, you know, on private charter instead of going coach. I don't care, no first class, no nothing. I want to go. I don't want to pay. I want to pay for it by 1099. Done. All right. Let me stop sharing, and I hope you enjoyed Wholeness.
Very cool.